Hi there.
Hello.
This is Brock's Fish Garage. This is episode 1, and we're here to show you around our garage and pretty much what we have set up now and what we're going to get set up in the future. So, first tank we have here is our turtle tank. Can you tell us more about the turtle bed?
Well, this turtle is named Bo Diddley, and he's more than 22 years old.
Wow.
22 years old. A friend of ours had him and couldn't keep him in the tank anymore, so we brought the tank over here and we keep him posted on his behavior. Very friendly fellow, and he's doing well out here. He's not eating too much because it's winter time right now. But he's still doing good, and we're looking forward to the spring with him.
It's about 40 degrees here right now, so all we have are cold water fish. But once the spring ramps up and goes into summer, we'll be getting some cichlids in here. Currently, they all have in-tank filtration systems. They all have filters. This specific tank doesn't have a heater, but we do have a lot of goldfish in here, as you can see. We also have goldfish. In the next tank over, we have assorted goldfish. We got some gold ones, some orange and silver ones, and they're doing really good. Like 40-degree winter weather. You can see it's snowing outside, and they're doing fine. And how many fish are in here, Dad?
There's about 30 of them in there. To do a full count, they were actually purchased first to feed Mr. Bo Diddley, but they were given a reprieve because the tank here was being cleaned out. So we just added the goldfish here, and they're doing well. They're growing okay, and we've got some unique ones in there. And I think it was well worth keeping these guys, and we'll see what happens with them in the future.
Nice. Now, for the last tank, that's our octagon tank.
This was from my friend.
Oh yeah?
And she couldn't keep it anymore. Her son didn't want to keep the fish anymore, so he took it away and just had to do a little more caulking because it was kept with, we had to refresh one of the cork joints because it was used to keep, they had some amphibians in here, and the water level is low now, but we couldn't make it any higher at the time, so we re-caulked it, and then we were able to fill it up. Right now there's guppies in there and tadpoles.
So we got guppies, we got a few tadpoles in there growing some limbs too, so they're doing pretty well. And then we got a heater in that one. That one's heated.
That one's heated.
Yeah, we've had that one for a while now.
And there's one shiner in here. One shiner. And there he is in the front right there. I can't quite see him, but he's about 3 inches long. I'm gonna add a little more water in here for today. And the water will look a little churny. What you're seeing there is some leaves that were put in there and have just broken down over time. Gives the tadpole something to eat through and something to hide in.
You could tell that one's a very unique tank because it has the wood veneer, and the back actually isn't just glass, it's mirrored glass. So it's not something you come across very often.
We had to be careful. These tanks, this tank and a number of the 10-gallon tanks that we have will be kept outside during the spring, summer, and autumn, where we were raising fish, goldfish, not just goldfish, but goldfish and guppies and some other local fish that we got from the local streams and lakes. And this, what we're doing right now also is give you a good idea of what's the state it's in right now, what's going to happen. So obviously this tank will be cleaned up. The tanks will be cleaned up, and we'll be putting substrates in them and making them more of a natural environment for the fish, so that they can enjoy and breed and live their lives a little bit more undisturbed than they are right now.
Now, right now we have these 3 set up, but we also have 6 10-gallon tanks. We have 6 10-gallon tanks here. This one right here is a 30-gallon. We'll be setting up on the inside of the house. And we also have this big one right here. What are we doing with that, Dad?
That's going to stay out here for now. It would be nice if we could go inside, but we don't have enough room, so we're going to be doing the work out here in the garage, and also out in the yard later on. But that one's going to be set up in here also, and that'll be cichlid tank. It's a tall tank, so we're going to be working with rocks along the back so that we get that rock face look. And it's kind of thin right now, so it's not too much of a wide one. So but we're going to be working with probably some of the smaller ones, and we'll see how that works out.
That pretty much covers it. If you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see in these tanks, please leave a comment.
Yeah, I would like to ask you a couple questions too. How do you if you got some goldfish, how do you take care of them? Or you have a fancy tank for them? If you could send us some photographs or video or something like that, that'd be really great. Anything that you can share, how you keep your minnows, etc. What I'm really interested in is how you work with cichlids, if you work with cichlids at all.
All right, so that's the end of episode 1.